All right, guys, I am back. Holy cow, do I have stories to tell you. So I'm sorry that there's been like one video all month, maybe two. But it has been literal hell on wheels for me. So anyways, I am just going to continue to scrap on stuff that I haven't touched in years. The pile's coming down though, so that's a bonus. So this will actually be the giveaway video for my 6th year on YouTube. So comment in the comment box to enter, and then the next few days I will draw a name. I don't use comment picker anymore. What I do now is just put everybody's name in a cup, and then I pick one, and this year it will be a journal. I'm not sure which one it will be. It will be a surprise to the winner. So, yeah, let's just kind of get started, and then I will get into the details of what's been happening. So, per usual, I've worked a lot of hours, but my surgery that I had on my shoulder to remove that cyst ended up not going well. The healing process, so I had it on Monday, March 31st, the surgery, and then we took the bandages off per doctor's instructions on Wednesday, which the last video I filmed was on Tuesday when I called in to work. So then Wednesday, Bo took off the bandages, and it didn't look quite right, but we weren't sure why. So we're just like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is. We'll just see how it goes, right? So, yeah, by Saturday, it was really not looking good. And the instructions were to wash it and put Aquaphor on the stitches twice a day until I got my stitches out, like almost 14 days later. So that's all fine and great, except for it just didn't look right. And so finally the following Thursday, Bo talked me into just stopping by the office and just having them look at it. So I did, and my doctor wasn't in, so I was seen by the plastic surgeon they have in the office. Well, technically his nurse first. I was like, you know, because when I went in, I was like, I just need somebody to look at it. My son's not particularly comfortable with how it's looking. So I just need somebody who has seen these to kind of look it over and that sort of thing. So they take me back, and that the plastic surgeon's nurse looks at it and goes, oh my goodness, those stitches should have come out days ago. And I was like, oh, well, you know, Dr. So-and-so said that it could wait until, or that he would take them out next Monday. And she's like, oh, no. These have to come out like now. So she goes and gets the plastic surgeon, or she takes me into this other room. She goes and gets the plastic surgeon, and he takes one look at it, and he's like, oh no. He's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's really infected, and I'm going to have to open it up and cut it out. I was like, okay. So no numbing, no nothing. He takes out the stitches, and proceeds to like remove all of the infection inside. So, and I'm standing at this point, and I'm like, I'm gonna need to sit down because I'm getting a little lightheaded. So I sit down, they finish up, and he's like, okay, for the next couple of days, I want you to do this, this, and this. So I got home, and Bo's like, no, that's not how we're gonna do this. Because those of you that don't know, he's studying to be a nurse, and he's worked with a lot of traumatic injury patients, and so he, thank goodness, knew right away that it wasn't, like, even those care instructions weren't going to be right, because now I have a 3/4 inch deep crater that's like 1 inch by 2 inch long on my back. So he calls his nurse buddy, and they work out a treatment plan, and so yeah, that is what I've been doing. And then my doctor, I kept my appointment for this last Monday. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of mad. So he's like, yeah, this complication can happen, and na. And oh wait, I gotta back up in the story. Okay, so while in the surgery, and I think I might have said this in the video before, I felt him doing the cauterizing, but it was like a chemical cauterizing. It wasn't like heat, but I felt it, and so he ended up having to numb me up a little bit more. Well, as it turns out, he cauterized the flap of skin he was using to put it back over. So that said, it was blistered, and it was never like, and it was dead. So it was never going to work. Yeah, awesome. And that, yeah. All of that. So yeah, that's what the doctor ended up, or the plastic surgeon ended up cutting out on that Thursday. So then, so he's like, oh, but at least we missed your ink, and I was like, oh, I don't know that I've been that mad in a while. Like, just the whole flippant whatever. And he's like, okay, well, what he's doing is working great. Keep doing that for a few days, and then by Friday, you know, definitely don't be packing it anymore. And Bo's looking at this guy like he's insane, right? And so, yeah. So Bo's still packing the wound. Now we went from the aqua cell that he was using to now just a saline pack. And it's healing beautifully under his administrations, but yeah, it's still not great because they've twice now had to cut out more around the edges. I guess they call it necrotic tissue. Anyways, so it's still, like today, like even right now, it's burning, and that's honestly why I haven't really been able to film, is because it's painful to move this direction with my hands, and that's pretty much what we do here in junk journaling. That's like the exact movements that kind of hurt the worst. So anyways, I will work today as long as I possibly can to film you guys some videos for the week. This one will end up being like, I'll air this one on Saturday so you guys can have at least one, and also it's the giveaway video. So anyways, yeah, in the interim, last week my allergies started acting up, and I just got a voice back like fully on Wednesday. So yeah, your girl's been a little crazy. Is there somebody here? Yeah, so oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me the next couple of weeks, because I think, like I said, I think I'm on the mend now. I have my voice back. Allergies are still going crazy, but I think I've built up some I don't want to say resistance, but you know how like after the first onslaught of allergies, then you kind of just, I guess, adjust and adapt to it. If that makes any sense. I don't see any more like regular paper right off the bat. Oh, maybe those will be too little though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and we're going to make a couple of belly bands. I think I'll only have enough for 2. I don't know. We'll see. We're just messing. Have you ever had a bunch of scraps and you're just really not for sure what you want to do just yet? Yeah, that's me right now. I can know where I was going. I don't know where I want to go now. I'd really like a couple more envelopes to do these, so I guess we're just going to make some more scraps. Isn't that the business we're in? Yeah, let's see. How wide were these? These were 2.5. Like a couple more of these. And I don't actually think I have any more cream colored paper. I think I used it all. Oh, see, it's not really a scrap because it got messed up on the end. So we're totally fine. We're totally fine with what we're doing. Anyways, that's why they're over in that stack. Now I remember that happened like last spring. Anyways, where was I? Let's see, what else has happened? Work's been nuts. But nuts in a good way, if that makes any sense. Probably not. Probably not to a whole lot of people anyways. I learned at the 3D scanner, so that was fun. I've been working with that for a while, so yeah. Did I must have made that one. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, we're fine. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm really tired this week too. But I've been sleeping really well, so I turned the humidifier on. I think that was part of why I got so like raw in the throat and stuff, besides the sneezing and the coughing and all that stuff. So yep. I am just really ready to not right now. Instead of moving this back and forth and aggravating my shoulder, I think I'm just going to keep it here for a minute. Oh, Jesse and his little barking. It's about time for his spring shave. He loves it. I know. Everybody's like, oh, it looks like a reservation dog. I was like, yes, he does. But you know what? That little collie boy, he loves to be shaved. And this year, I'm shaving him in mullet fashion. Gracie keeps asking for a mullet. So this will be the 3rd year I've shaved him. But yeah, he does seem to enjoy it, and it keeps him cool. So, because was supposed to be a smooth coat collie, but he's got both the smooth and the rough coat, and so they kind of fight each other, especially when it comes to shedding season. So the best way I've found to take care of my boy is just to shave him off. Like I said, he seems pretty happy with that. So yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are doing a fair bit better than I have been. I'm not sure if that makes him look crooked or not. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I should stop listening to that and just start listening to maybe. Anywho. Yeah, this will give us a couple of starts on our little Billy bands here. Yeah, so normally I go to church on Sunday or Saturdays, but I've decided not to go today because it's Easter Sunday, and not because I don't want to go, but because they know it's going to be busy, and I don't feel like bumping into people with my shoulder. So yeah, Grace and I will probably watch The Passions of Christ this afternoon, provided she's going to be home. I guess I didn't ask, but I think I'm just going to chill at home. It's kind of the first weekend I've been home in weeks and not had a ton of stuff to do, so on top of not feeling good, you know? So yeah, and of course the Easter Bunny is coming in the morning, so, or the middle of the night, depends on when he's going to hippity-hoppity his way here. She's getting kind of bummed, I think, because her state office is just about complete. They finished up their school visits, but now they have like the state CDEs and stuff, so she'll be home most of this week because they're doing it over in Fort Collins, so she gets to be home this week, so that'll be nice. All right, so we're going to call that good for those. I know kind of a lot of startup here, but I promise they're super cute in the end. Oh my goodness. The cat's supposed to be on one out there. Oh my goodness. Gracie, can you go check on that? Can you go check on the dogs? I think it's just probably a cat, but that seems to be their cat bark, but just make sure we don't got a delivery of some sort out there. Oh my goodness, sorry, got a little bit louder again, but of course she didn't close the door. That's Hazel. When you hear barking now, that's Grace's dog. And she's a barker too. She's out there trying to hush her. Was it a cat? Are they barking at each other? Now they're just looking at you through the window? They what?
They're not looking at me anymore.
Hmm.
I didn't see calendar attacks. Earlier, Echo and Delta were on the tire wall, but...
Alright, I was going to see how many of these. Gracie brought me these. Can't remember now where she said she got them, but oh, there's just about enough. Okay. Guess what? Your mom's using these right away.
Oh.
So, tell everybody hi.
Hi, everybody.
That says something, but I can't. Made with love. That's cute. What did you use these for?
At the second Saturday we planned, we were
Planned for CDEs?
No.
Oh.
At our second Saturday, we had an activity where we decorated. Well, one of them was painting, or like it was painting little flower pots. So it was with acrylic markers. And then there were also wildflower seed packets that they could like use stickers and stuff on. And those are just some of the leftover stickers from that.
Okay, so second Saturday where?
At Spur. Like I told you that my team was planning a second Saturday.
Oh. Okay.
Because, who is that? Because every second Saturday Spur is open. And it's like
Oh, I got what you're doing. I get what you're saying now. I was like, I'm so confused.
So it's not like a regular day. Like they bring in different vendors and have different activities and stuff.
Right. I got you now.
And we had to plan April second Saturday.
Alright, so let's do something with this one. I was like, I know there's another one. A couple, actually. Let's do a couple more here. Do you want to tell them all what you got happen in the next couple months, or?
Not a whole lot. I'm doing CDEs and I'm planning for convention. That's pretty much all we have left. And I need to write something for the banquets I'm going to. Which I should probably do that today, but
When do you go back down to Spur?
I haven't decided yet. Because we have to set up for CDEs Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week.
Did you bring your stuff?
Not all of it.
Okay, so
But
you
I
have
have-
to go back down there anyways,
I have
right?
to go back at some point, but I know a lot of my team aren't going to be back until Monday or Tuesday, and so I haven't decided. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet.
Okay.
Because one of my teammates' birthdays this weekend, or this coming weekend, so I'll probably go back down for that.
Can you imagine trying to do this entire office if they didn't have Spur? Like those poor kids that were trying to like do stuff as a
I
team.
mean, it was just different. They just didn't do as many, like, they
Chapter
did more,
visits.
like, Zoom calls. No, they did the same amount of chapter visits.
Okay,
They just stayed at each other's houses a lot more.
gotcha.
Different. I definitely am glad that we have Spur, but like I don't think we would be half the team we are if we didn't live together.
Right.
But
So,
very different.
so just to like the people that don't know, maybe Grace is a state officer for FFA. She got the it's like a whole election process. And there was how many last year? 20 some?
25 that made it to interviews.
Yeah, 25 people that made it to the interviewing portion. And then 10 are selected. Generally 5 boys, 5 girls.
That's not true at all.
What? Did I say it wrong?
5 boys, 5 girls. It just happened to be that my team was 5 boys, 5 girls.
I said generally.
It's not generally though.
Oh, okay. What is it usually? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So they really could have like 6 boys and 4 girls, or
They could have 1 boy and 9 girls, or 1
oh,
girl
okay.
and
So
9 boys.
it's not necessarily. I don't want this to sound bad, but it's not necessarily divided up.
No.
These offices for boys and
No.
okay. I guess I kind of assumed it was because the year prior there was 5 and 5.
It just happened to be that way.
Okay. Okay.
Because the year before that, there was 3 boys and 7 girls.
Oh, okay.
So, it really doesn't matter. It just depends on who the best 10 candidates are.
Gotcha.
And who they think
okay.
will work best together.
Gotcha.
It just happened that... And usually what happens is, for whatever reason, president usually goes back and forth every year between a girl and a boy. But the last 2 years, so last year was Tegan, and then this year it's Windsor, so 2 girls in a row. So really, it just depends on who the best 10 candidates are, and then who they think will work best together is more of it. Because all the candidates are incredible, and they'd all do a great job.
Right.
It just depends on who the nominating committee thinks will like work as a team the best.
Okay. I guess I hadn't really put that much thought in it, but Thank you for elaborating on it. So anyway, so then they go and visit. FFA is Future Farmers of America, for those of you that might not be familiar with it. So yeah, then they go around to schools and to like chapters is what they call them. And then, yeah, from there they do banquets across the state. They do...
That's more like this time of year, because banquets
right.
are usually to the end of the school year.
Right, but like there was a big banquet in February, and...
What are you talking about?
That one I went to.
Oh,
that ranchers thing.
That's more of FFA just helps run it, but that's not like an FFA event.
I didn't say it was. I said banquets. Being general.
Hall of Fame, and so it's kind of like, I think that they basically designed it so like it's a cool big event, and then there's like, hey, state officers, do this for us, and so we do. Yeah.
And aren't they big proponents of the FFA? Like, don't they do like donations? And,
kind of. I'm kind of confused on who like actually runs it, because it's like the FFA, the Colorado Foundation runs it kind of, but it's like Hall of Fame for like everything, and so like people will.
Oh, I meant isn't the Hall of Fame like a big supporter of FFA? Like,
not necessarily. Oh. The Hall of Fame specifically, like.
It's so weird.
That's why it kind of confuses me, because they're like kind of their own entity, but like.
No, that's not what I meant.
Also run by the foundation? I don't know. So,
that's not what I meant. I meant more like they support you. They support the FFA, right? Like, don't they do like donations and stuff?
The
or
Hall
no?
of Fame, no.
Okay.
Because Hall of Fame is kind of just like an event, and then like the Hall of Fame isn't like an organization. I don't think.
Okay. For some reason, I don't know where I was thinking that. Maybe
because the foundation is a big supporter of the association.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where I was thinking that.
And it's like basically run by the Colorado FFA Foundation, but kind of its own entity. I don't know. It kind of confuses me.
Okay. But. So I apologize if it seems like I'm giving the wrong information. Because
it's just confusing.
Yeah. And I'm just the mom. I don't know these things. Some of these are kind of crooked, so that's a bummer, but we're going to use them anyways. Because we're cool like that. These are really cool stickers.
I found it in a giant pack. And there were like a ton of flowers. It was mostly flowers and stuff.
I think they're cool.
That's why I brought them home. I was like, I think I'm like, that one, that one, that one, that one. So.
Let's see. It's 8 inches long, right? Yep. 8. So here's how I usually start these things. Start kind of squaring it up a little bit as best I can. Then I'll just lay it out for a second. 1/2 inch from the top, 1/2 inch from the bottom. Somewhere in the middle there. Yep, okay. What are you doing?
I've never slept in so many beds in my life. So many different beds than this last year.
But you've had the time of your life, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. I've just slept in a lot of different beds.
And not in a bad way.
No. Just like traveling to... I've only stayed in a hotel a couple of times because we just have people that we can stay with all across the state. So just like my teammates' families' houses or hotels or my spur bed versus my bed.
Which bed do you like the best? Out of all the beds you slept in this year?
Probably the one in Aiden's house that I've stayed in.
Yeah.
I don't know what their sheets are, but their sheets are so soft.
I'll ask her what they are.
I have.
And did she tell you?
I don't remember. I've asked. I don't know.
Which one's Aiden? The one that has the 2 sisters?
Yes.
Okay.
The dark haired Italian one.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody always gets Aiden and Weston confused. Weston's like the one that's like similar height to Aiden, but you sat with his mom and dad, I think.
Weston?
I think
yeah,
so.
it was Weston's parents. Yeah.
And then Aiden's 2 sisters.
Yes. There's one. Let's see what we can do to fancy this one up. Let's do the stub. So these are going to be belly bands. Obviously, I think you guys probably figured that out already. I think it's a perfectly good use of scraps, don't you think, Grace? Mm-hmm. And they're cute little pockets, look. Oh, I gotta find something small enough to put them in. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got those Christmas stickers that you got me right over here, too. Well, they're not Christmas, but that you got me them at Christmas.
I was like, why are you putting Christmas on this? Christmas in April?
Hey, now. Christmas anytime is good.
Fair enough.
It won't be long, and it'll be time to start the Christmas challenge again.
Christmas in July.
Christmas in August. That's 4 months away. Holy crap. Oh, how did it happen? How does time fly like that? And what did I do with the other?
What are you looking for?
This right here that I put on the bottom of the thing.
I'm gonna go keep bed rotting.
Okay, go bed rot.
Because Dodger's in my bed right now.
Oh, you gotta go snuggle with your cat.
Yeah, before he decides that he's done.
Okay, go bed rot.
He's so mean to me. But he's cute.
Yeah, he is that. He's kind of a little turkey these days. Her cat's not dealing well with her being gone because I think a couple weeks ago she was, when I did some filming, she was up. I think she said hello then too. But anyways, when she was up a couple weeks ago, then she left. And that cat was distraught for a couple of days. I think all of her babies will be very happy to have her back. If I'm being honest, I will be happy to have her back, not just because I want her back, but also because she tends to help with the animal situation here. So, like, it's a huge situation. We have a couple of dogs and some cats, but she'll help out with like the feedings and the whatnots. So she's always very helpful to her mom. I think I really like these. Don't know about you guys, but I mean, those of you that have been with me for a while, dragonflies are literally my jam. That and fairies. And so, yeah. I think this is probably a really long video. It feels long. So, yeah. So now you know where I've been the last couple of weeks. Yeah. Not been fun. I would not, I 0 out of 10 recommendations. I think what we might do, and even in the next video, is I might go ahead and just the next couple make like pockets and stuff, and then we'll spend a couple of videos making some ephemera to go in them. I'll probably finish these belly bands off camera, maybe. so that you're not like getting bored with them. And then the next one, we'll make some pockets. That one I'm gonna do total free flow. A lot of you enjoy that when I don't really come in with a plan. When we just create out of a stack. So yeah, so I am gonna go ahead and call this one a video. And yeah, I will just see you in the next one. Bye guys.